One of the first automatic writing methods dates back to China in 1100 AD. Talking boards, or known today as Ouija boards, gained traction during the spiritualist movement. During the Civil War, people would use these objects to speak to their relatives that passed away during the war. The United States President at the time, Abraham Lincoln's wife, used one of these boards to contact her son who died from a fever. One of the most famous cases to date surrounds a boy named Roland Doe who used an Ouija board and was possessed. This story would later be written and turned into a movie script known today as The Exorcist, one of the most biggest blockbuster horror films known to date. I am going into this experiment skeptical but open-minded. I made a post on social media asking if people believed that Ouija boards really contacted the dead, or if it was just our subconscious moving the planchette. 90% of the comments were negative. So many people have had negative experiences with this board, it made me a little bit weary to even use it. I am by far not a professional when it comes to this, but I did go into it with the best of intentions. I believe that Ouija boards are just like any other tool that paranormal investigators use. And just like any other tool, they should be used with caution. Alright, I'm Nick.
I'm Emily.
And we are going to try an Ouija board experiment. We actually used the board a few days ago, and it was actually working, right?
It was responsive, but it was unorganized.
Yeah.
Incoherent.
It was like a lot of mumbo jumbo and like stuff that didn't make sense. But you remember when it said SAS? When we asked like what road it was on?
Yeah, actually, there was that. And there was one name.
Yeah, what was the name? I forget.
Ted.
Ted, that's right. I don't know if it actually works or not, like the board itself. I don't know. I don't think that it's like spirits coming through.
What do you think it is?
Like, I don't know. I mean, and that's another reason why we're going to try this experiment, and we'll get into that in a second. But I think, honestly, personally, I think it might be us doing it subconsciously. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, because I know some like paranormal investigators who have used it and have gotten some like responses that are really, really relevant in their situation that they're in. I don't know. I just think personally it might be just us doing it subconsciously.
That's always been my theory about Ouija boards, was that there's a subconscious element to it.
Yeah.
Not like in every case, but in many cases.
So we sat down and we kind of threw some ideas back and forth, and I think the thing that we came up with is probably gonna really solidify or prove or disprove if this actually works. So we both have 2 pieces of paper, and so we're gonna write down some words, 3 apiece, so that's 6 altogether. We're gonna fold them up and put them in this. Before we start, we're gonna pull a piece of paper out, and between both of us, we won't know what's on the piece of paper, obviously. I honestly, personally don't think this is gonna work. What do you think?
I don't necessarily think so either, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think it'll be real interesting. And if it works, then I'll probably be blown away. So
I certainly will too.
What you are about to see has been edited in sequential order and has not been doctored in any way. Do you just want to use the board real quick and just kind of just use it?
It's like we don't feel it out first.
Yeah, we don't even have to pull anything yet, just to kind of get it in the groove. We would like to speak to anybody that would like to talk to us. We come with love and light. If you are associated with any kind of negativity, you are not welcome to speak to us. Let's do it like this. There we go. All right. Is there anything that would like to speak with us tonight?
Is there anyone present here that would like to speak with us?
Yes.
What's your name? T. E.
Ted. Riley, knock it off.
Do you remember speaking to us before?
Yes. How many days has it been since we talked to you, Ted?
6.
6. Has it been 6 days?
I don't know. We can look later.
Yeah. I want to say it was more like 5, but yeah, I don't know. What have you been up to, Ted?
D. E. A. D.
Dead?
Do you come here often? It isn't supposed to sound like a pickup line. It's a real question.
Yes. Is it these apartments that you come to, or is there a reason? Is it the apartments that you like coming to?
X. C. X. E. I. S. T. Same thing as before. Like almost spelling exists, but not quite.
That's so weird. Why does he keep saying that? What year were you born, Ted? I don't know if that was a good... Are you still here, Ted? I don't think so.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Rock, paper, scissors over who gets to pull it out? Is it rock, paper, scissors, then shoot? Rock, paper, scissors. You got me.
We'll look this way. Set it down.
Yep.
It should be fold down.
Is there anybody here with us that would like to help? Yes.
What's your name? B. E. B. Vev.
Vev?
Yes.
Hi, Vev. I'm Nick. And this is Emily. Are you willing to give us a hand with something that we're trying to do?
Y. E. S.
Okay. What we did was we wrote down some words on this piece of paper. Would you be able to tell us what that piece of paper says?
Yes.
Okay. Can you spell it out for us?
Y. E. S. Thank you, Vev. Can you tell us what's on the piece of paper? The one beside the Ouija board?
B.
L. U. E.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Shut up. If it says that on there, that's wild because that's one of the ones I wrote down. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so before I get ahead of myself, It might have been me doing that subconsciously, but we're gonna find out. Hey, Vev, are you still here? Okay, we're gonna let you go for just a little bit, but we're gonna come back, okay? Okay, goodbye. Alright, I'm like shaky, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if...
That looks like my handwriting
It
on the
does.
other side.
Cat.
But you wrote blue
Right,
on a piece of paper.
right. So that's what I'm thinking. It might be us doing it subconsciously because I knew what I wrote. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
That was kind of my question, is even if I know that we would ask for it to be the paper beside us, but you still have an idea of what's in there.
Exactly. So yeah, if you want to pull one out. Eliminating the possibility of knowing what's on the paper, Emily decided to write down a few words and choose one herself. I do not condone this, but I decided to try the Ouija board by myself.
Have we had this happen yet?
No. Alright, I'm gonna let you go. Goodbye. I've heard stories of people trying to do it by yourself and it not working. But then I hear some stories that are like, oh, don't use a Ouija board by yourself, it's bad. But it didn't work. But I bet you any money you put your hands on it too, with me, it's gonna work. Is there anybody here that would like to help us with something?
Is there anyone present willing to shed some insight? Is there anyone present?
What's your name?
V E V Vev.
Vev. Hi, Vev. So we had you tell us what one of the words were earlier, and it wasn't right. It was something I wrote down. It was close, but it wasn't right. Can you see what's on this piece of paper that's to my left and folded? Okay. Can you spell out what word that is on that piece of paper? Is it a W?
K-I-T.
Kite?
I wrote that.
You wrote kite?
I wrote kite.
Now, you do notice the multiple pieces of paper that are to my left, right, Vev?
Did you choose the piece of paper that is folded outside of the cauldron? Would you mind if we stepped away for a moment to take a look at the paper? Thank you.
Goodbye. So kite.
No, it says love. The word kite is in there, just like the word blue is in there.
Right. That's so weird. In this situation specifically, I don't think that the board was actually making any kind of communication with spirits or anything of that nature. But I still wonder, like, how how does it work? You know, it's really strange. While I don't think anything necessarily paranormal was happening during this specific situation, I still wonder if using this board does open some sort of doorway, because shortly after using this board, I kind of had a weird experience. Actually, me and Emily both had some weird experiences. We both started to get this feeling of, like, not anger, but more like irritability, I guess. At least I know for myself, I was really feeling that. And she was kind of not acting like herself either. After a few minutes, we were fine. So we were getting ready to head to bed, and before I go to sleep, I always double check that the front door is locked. And in my apartment, there's a hallway, and at the end of the hallway, there is my door, and right on the left is a guest bathroom. And I have a Google Home that's usually always playing some sort of like music in the background, just like really soft. You know, I forget it's playing half the time. But when I walked past the door to the bathroom, it sounded like someone was singing in the shower. And I do have a shower that's in there, so it was really weird. So it sounded like someone was singing in the shower. And I remember specifically stopping, like, wait, someone's singing it, there's nobody in there. And when I pushed open the door, that very instant, a song started playing. It's a song that Emily really likes, and it's an indie song, so it's not anything that's on the radio or anything like that. And it happened to be playing through the Google Home, which I found was weird. And I remember stopping myself, and I'm like, I gotta get Emily back here. So I called her, and I told her to come to the bathroom. And I said, how popular is this song to just like randomly be playing? And she said, it's not even really a popular song. And she's like, that's really weird. I was actually singing this in the shower this morning. And that's when my heart like kind of sunk, because I was like, that's the whole reason why I even opened up the door and came to the bathroom, was because it sounded like someone was singing in the shower. So with that being said, I don't know if it's paranormal or if it was just a weird coincidence. So yeah, I just thought I would share that because that happened directly after using this board. So in conclusion, in this specific situation, I don't think that the board was contacting any kind of spirits or anything like that. But I do think that this board does work. It just didn't work in this specific situation. So if you guys have had any weird paranormal experiences with Ouija boards, please put it in the comments, because I would love to read them. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see us go to a specific place, maybe try a certain type of spirit communication or anything paranormal related, please drop it in the comments and let us know. Thank you again, really, from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate it. And everyone take care and be safe. Love you.